Hi everyone, welcome to the first Dogma FRC weekly recap video. This video we're going to be talking about what we did during kickoff in week 1. So this year's FRC game is called Rebuild, and in the game, robots will have to take these yellow foam balls called fuel and deposit them into a funneled structure called the hub, while navigating through obstacles such as the bump and the trench. At the end of the match, robots will have to climb up a ladder-like structure to score points.
So after the game is released, we read over the rules as a team so that we can figure out like the best strategies, so that everyone can have a good understanding on how the game is played, what we can do and what we can't do, and the specialties of this game. And after that, we can prototype or think about how the game is played, what kind of robots we can have, and think about strategies, alliances, and individual robots.
Today we worked on our need want wish list, which is our tiered priority list. So needs is basically the stuff that we want to prioritize that need to go on our robot. Wants is for stuff that like we would like to be on, but it's not like we're going to set aside other priorities for that. And then wishes are for things that maybe we will get to later in the season, but definitely just like farther aside down in the priority list. And this is a process where we get everybody in the team together and anybody can contribute, and then we just discuss tier by tier things that we want to work on, and then after that we do prototyping based on our need want wish list.
Okay, I'm working on a prototype for control systems, and I'm creating a command that auto-locks our robot onto the hub, so that as we're moving, we can find the ideal angle to always be facing directly towards the hub, and we apply that angle to our robot. So we can still move, we can still translate, but we're constantly angled. So if we want to shoot, we can shoot from any spot, and all we have to do is change like our speed.
I'm part of a group that's building a prototype for the over-the-bumper intake, which will allow our robot to intake fuel from the ground into our hopper area, which can then be shot and stored in the hub. This will likely be a slap-down intake, so originally going into the robot and then coming down. And this allows us to score and like take in a ton of fuel, and it'll just be really efficient. And
group's working on a prototype that will allow our robot to climb on the first level of the tower. And right now the design we're prototyping is a small elevator, which we got inspiration from the previous year's game Rescape, where a lot of other teams use elevators to score coral.
So we're prototyping the bottom indexer to transport the fuel throughout the robot, basically. We're gonna do that with rollers on the bottom and like a funnel to push them to the launcher.
Okay, so right now I'm working on laser cutting a flywheel hooded launcher prototype that will actually let us adjust the angle of the prototype without having to recreate a new one. And it's also going to let us change the compression on the ball as it goes through the mechanism. This is probably going to be part of our launcher if we end up going in this direction. And yeah.